Okay, you're here again, and this is a sixth game between Loki and Chuck, RV10 finale. Sorry. Um, this was a matchup that picked Loki. It's Salas, it's Pontus. Uh, Chuck picked Pontus. Now, let's go straight into armies. Loki has some of his own creation army, I would say. Definitely. That is working well for him, it appears. Now, this army has one, two, three, four peltas, yeah. Four peltas. I'm not sure about upgrades. Yeah, he have upgrades in them. 6 GG archers, and there is. No, let's see. Can I see it better here? If the same upgrades are GG Celestial Pikemen, 2 units of them. 4 chariots and 4 GG companions. So interesting and pretty much unique army. It appears that it is working well for him. I know he used it a couple of times against me, and I think he won both times. If we played 2 games, I mean, I can remember at least 2 games that he lost against him using this army. Not sure about more, not sure about victories against this army, but I know that he lost twice. So, in his hands, this army is obviously good, and therefore it's obviously good. It's just I'm not sure how other players would use it. I haven't seen much other players using it. Let's see Chuck's army. He's having 6 GG archers, definitely. Now there's 6 infantry, and it's weak. It's really weak. 2 upgrades. 3 in general. 2 upgrades on other 5. There is 4 chariots, melee chariots, and there is 2 chariot archers. I guess G attack should be. Yep. And there's 2 Jav Chaos that are G. That are 5 upgrades, it appears, and one is 4. Yeah. Okay, apparently that me and Luke share rather more similar view on armies creation. Is we both like rather symmetric armies on both flanks, and that upgrades on each same unit should be practically the same. It's like just kind of one can be different to upgrade if you don't have enough money or if you have more money. So just put or remove the upgrades on that unit. The only reason why sometimes not all the same units have the same upgrades. But yeah, we rather share the same perspective on that, and we both usually like simpler armies. Okay, this one appears a bit complicated. Look has. But yeah, I also have some complicated armies for certain matchups. But in reality, it's rather simplicity. Well, Czech have definitely unique armies, and they're definitely working well in his hands. I'm not here to criticize them. I'm just saying, from my perspective, Czech's armies would be definitely a bit more complicated for myself to handle them. But yeah, let's see how that goes. From this perspective, it's really a question: does Chuck have skirmish superiority, even with 8 long range missile units? I mean, long range, so not just like purely short range, like peltas or Jevkevs. Since Loki is more maneuverable with his army, but it's also definitely harder for Log to micromanagement all these units. So let's see how it goes. Now, look, he's again going aggressive. So there's the pattern. But once he starts losing, he's going first and he's going aggressive, definitely. Um, that's interesting to notice. I'll Chuck now kind of. It appears he wants to play safe, I would say. Uh, let's see how that goes. I hope that they don't mind that I'm doing also a bit their mindset analysis regarding this game, because I think that can also be important. Just not just because to analyze these two how they play, but per general, if you it's kind of but more important to know your opponent directly uh, and his bait trades or good trades. Okay, rather than just to know is his army good and his just random playstyle. So that's really useful information. There is a lot of going on meanwhile. So look clearly went really aggressive. Now this chariot he lost. I don't think it shouldn't really return. I mean even if return it will start trying amok quickly. What damage he done here? I'm not sure. Okay, he also killed. I mean, this one still haven't routed or started riding amok, but yeah, it will soon too. There's Chariot Archer that is look gonna engage with full chariot now. There was some skirmish in the center. What Chuck should do is to try to exit skirmish mode immediately and enter. I would enter definitely in tight mode with infantry, especially since it's weak and it's going much things around. So they could be easy target for cavalry and missiles like this. I'm going tight now to like to try to consolidate, and then it's easy like to press again loose formation if you want to rush arches or something. So for now I would go in tight. I guess that these units that are going behind, Lux units, could eventually die. I guess I could have ordered these two to attack. Yes. This Lux chariot unit, and it could rout because it was surrounded with Chuck's units. Its morale would be really poor, and two units attacking one. I guess even both could survive these chariots of Chuck, and to kill Luke's chariot here. Here could be a bit tricky for Chuck, um, and here could be tricky for Chuck. So here could be tricky for Chuck. On 3 spots. So if Luke manages, so here he already engaged, he shouldn't worry much about it. It's either lost chariot or to do damage enough. So Luke committed here already, so he shouldn't think much about it. So that releases his micro to try to kill this one unit, and perhaps to kill this one unit with companion if he's willing to risk that. It makes sense because if it's obvious that your opponent is struggling, you can, I guess, charge his infantry, especially if it's on lows. But let's see how that goes. Yeah, Chuck is engaging here, but he lowered the spike here, and he beat his Luke's chariot. So at this point, let's see how this fight goes. Yeah, both will probably start running amok soon. Okay. Now Chuck did a nice push out, but this one infantry is. I mean, neither of them probably see that they engaged, but it should go in Luke's favor. And Luke now have good angles here. Yeah, Luke will definitely have good angles here. Now he just needs to consolidate a bit here. Here only. Okay, center was breached, but this wasn't decisive enough, like to kill quick enough the missile units. In fact, none was killed. Some were routed, but Peltas mostly. What's bad for Pontus really is if Pontus lose on both flanks. I mean, no need even to lose, it's just enough to give up on flanks. So if now Luke just have enough cavalry and enough missiles, this infantry shouldn't be that much of a problem. Perhaps not even that much chariot archers. If he have enough cavalry, though it's damaged. And Chuck have Javkevs. It's good. It's definitely keeping him still alive and in game. Now these chariot archers are not in good position to do this. Cantabrian circle. Look, have mostly peltas. I mean, I'd say that both of them still have a chance. Now, the biggest problem for Chuck at this point probably is Luke's infantry. That is pretty much strong and healthy, and yeah, this one is. I'm not sure what here's Luke trying. I guess to open him here, so yeah, makes sense. And now let's see how this goes. This angle is good. Chuck didn't notice this, but this chariot missed this one chariot archer. It's a bit cringy situation. Yeah, Luke managed to chase away some missiles. That's good for Luke, but Chuck here. If he kills some archers, he's still in game, definitely. And yeah, Luke lost his last chariot. This one survived, interestingly. I don't think that Chuck should have go for this engagement. I'm not sure that this is good for him. I mean, he two archers. Luke had one, and they're were weak in chariot archers, but they definitely need rest, especially as such. It's a bit messy situation. It usually is in this matchup. Chariot archers shouldn't move at all. They should rest, and Jevkevs should rest, even if you lose infantry. I mean, you cannot really protect your infantry at this point. If it's dead, it's dead, really. So all this moving with this cavalry and chariot archers, just that you can try to damage them as much as possible. This should be hidden, and then to shoot with everything. This is okay. These are peltas, but this is bad that Chuck allowed that they survive. Okay, he should try to kill them. It was better much to kill him with this rather than here. Okay, look, he still have some archers. And now if this archer have ammunition, could be really tricky for Chuck, I would say. It's still playable. Not sure really at this point, because this infantry is really weak. Naluk probably don't want to mess around with these cherry torches. I guess he would like to have his infantry alive for the end, so... But I would definitely put Loki in advantage at this point. This was a bit strange charge. That will work, I guess, or no? Oh, he lost a lot of cavalry there. Yeah, definitely. I'm not sure Luck needed this. uh, yeah, Chuck's cavalry is far away. I'm not sure where he lost this second Jericho. I know he had it alive for some time. But yeah, now he admits he should have definitely tried to pull out that infantry anyhow and to kill like whatever this is, even Speltas, to kill all these foot missile units and to have only Luke's infantry and companions alive. But yeah, I guess here in this game were some mistakes on both sides. It probably was a bit lesser quality than previous games, I would say. But overall, good game. If especially if they played all games in the same day, so no wonder that this is already a sixth game that they had some mistakes. But yeah, I would say that in the end there were some strategical mistakes, not just errors, but real important mistakes. But yeah, now it's 4-2. Let's see how that goes. This was for now. See you soon with the next battle.